Hello again, folks. Facebook chief Mark Zuckerberg shed a little light last week on the FBI's involvement in the past election. The key takeout from his discussion with Joe Rogan was that Facebook suppressed the New York Post's reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop due to a warning from the FBI.
For the, I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false, the distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it.
Paint it however you like, but that is election interference. Big tech companies are America's oligarchs, and the FBI played them like fiddles. Spooked by Russian disinformation, Facebook took the FBI's word. But it wasn't alone. Twitter played its part, and so did much of the American media landscape. Newsrooms decided, weeks out from an election, that Hunter Biden wasn't a story. All have been proven wrong. But now we're learning about what went on behind the scenes. Shadows at work, and they're back again. Almost a month ago, in a blaze of publicity, the FBI raided Trump's Florida home. For 20 months, the government played nice in trying to get their hands on documents from his time in office. Documents that are supposed to be the property of the National Archives. Unsuccessful and out of options, 24 or more FBI agents raided Trump's home like they would a mob boss. Under the direction of the Attorney General Merrick Garland, they forced their way into the home of a former president and potential challenger for 2024 and seized boxes upon boxes. Trump's opponents still maintain this was deserved.
The hypocrisy of folks in my party that spent years chanting "lock her up" about Hillary Clinton because of some deleted emails or quote-unquote wiping a server are now out there defending a man who very clearly did not take the national security of the United States to heart.
It is possible redactions in the 38-page document will reveal some kind of bombshell. But wouldn't there have been some mention of this by now? Without that, all we've got is a heavily redacted affidavit that says the FBI would likely find evidence of obstruction and probable cause to believe classified national security materials were improperly taken to unauthorized locations. So Trump handled documents improperly and mixed them in with others. He's a bad housekeeper. So what? Is that really what this is all about? If it is, then the credibility of the FBI and the Justice Department, including the Attorney General, has been shot even further. The question was even asked in a Wall Street Journal editorial over the weekend. Is that all there is? A little over 6 years ago, then FBI Director James Comey ended a press conference with this conclusion about Hillary Clinton's emails.
Although there is evidence of potential violations of the statutes regarding the handling of classified information, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case.
In other words, there might have been violations, but we can't be asked doing anything about it, so here's a lecture. That's how the Clinton email saga ended as a legal matter. You see the difference between the two? FBI leaders have not only shown that they are indeed political and always have been, but they're also inconsistent, depending on who's being investigated. Different rules for different people. And regardless of their political persuasion, a lot of folks out there are very angry about that. Thanks for watching. To support this channel, please like, share and subscribe below, and I'll see you next week.